Welcome to Coffee with the County. Today I am talking with Tara Snyder, who is our recorder in the recorder's office, right? Elected official. Hello, Tara.
Hello, Mark.
And welcome to Coffee with the County podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Let's just start right away getting to know Tara a little bit. How long have you been the recorder?
I've been the county recorder since 2023 when I was elected. I was in the recorder's office for 7 years prior to that.
So you've been with the county for over 7 years?
I've been with the county since 2017. So that's 7 years, almost 8 years.
Almost 8 already.
Yep. Love what I do. This is a great passion of mine to help out our property owners with all the questions that they come to our office with. In our office, we record deeds and mortgages, tax liens, other documents that get recorded against property in Aitkin County.
Okay, so explain a little bit more of that. What does a recorder do? We always joke when we talk. I'm asking you, are you recording anything today? And
we are responsible for all land records in Aitkin County, and we are responsible to make sure that we record everything that the public brings in that meets recording standards. Okay. We have abstract and torrent property in Aitkin County, and so we have two different property systems.
Okay, so if I buy a piece of property from somebody, that has to get recorded?
Correct.
I have to bring that in, and you guys record it in that it's a transfer of one person to another, kind of like the license center does it with transfer of vehicles?
Yes. A document has to get recorded in the recorder's office to become valid and to convey property to a new owner. It must meet all recording standards for it to be recorded in our office. You want to protect your assets by recording your documents. Yep.
Yeah, so this is about protection. For those of you that are listening, this is about making sure that your properties are protected. Anything that, again, meets those local recorder standards that you're recording, you're coming in and getting that documented so you're protected, right?
Right.
Anything like currently happening in the recorder's office that would be new that you'd want to talk about?
Absolutely. Everyone is going to be overjoyed to hear that the recorder's office is now offering a free property alert system that you can register, and anytime a document is recorded that matches the name and legal description that you provided, you'll get an alert letting you know that a document has been recorded in our office.
Okay. So further protection, right? Because there's a lot of scammers out there and things like that are trying to not be good to the rest of us. Is that what that protects?
Well, I can't say it protects. It does not prevent the recording of the document. What it does, it gives you early notice that something may have been recorded that you weren't planning to have recorded against your property.
Yeah, so it's an inform.
It is.
Hey, you got to check it out. Something might be going on.
Yep, property fraud is on the rise. There's many different ways fraudsters carry out deed fraud schemes. Most properties that are targeted are vacant properties, second homes, abandoned properties or distressed, properties that don't have mortgages or liens against them, any properties that are listed with a deceased owner. Some other do you want to talk about red flags yet?
Keep going, yeah.
Okay.
What are the red flags?
In addition to protections offered by the recorder's office, it can take months or years for the actual property owner to discover the fraud, which makes it difficult to find and prosecute perpetrators who could be out of the country or their identities unknown. By receiving property alerts, you're able to notify different officials to stop this action that's being taken or to prevent fraudulent schemes from taking place.
Yeah, that makes sense. And this is all new, right? This is not something that's been out before.
Not in Aitkin County. There's other counties in the state that do offer this. This is something that I worked with our land record system to provide to Aitkin County constituents for free.
Nice, very nice.
Yep. Property fraud is on the rise, and we want to make sure that we are staying on top of it to the best that we can.
Yeah, so this is something that you don't have to do.
Absolutely.
This is something that is in a benefit to our constituents, your constituents out there in Aitkin County. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's not currently mandated because of the different fraud that has been happening. It's very likely that legislation will step in to try to protect property owners, but at this time, this is something I wanted to provide to our constituents to to help them out. I know we've received many requests asking for this service, so I'm glad I can offer this to the taxpayers of Aitkin County.
Yeah, well, thank you for doing that. And that's, there's an example again of county government listening. You're listening to the constituents saying, hey, we really need something like this, and go out and do the extra work to get it done. So that's very appreciated, I'm sure, by all of the listeners that are out there, and especially the ones that may have to, unfortunately, take advantage of this program at some point. So.
Yes, unfortunately, we do have people that have been harmed. We do have people that currently are going through this.
It's a sad world when stuff like that happens, but you're there again to inform and to help wherever you can. What are some of the other things that you have to come in for a recording? Is marriage licenses, things like that?
In my office, the recorder's office handles property records. We also record minister credentials, notary credentials, and we issue DD 214s to our members that have served our country.
Okay. So it's a lot of stuff, and you're the recorder, but I'm sure there are others that are on your staff, probably 30 or 40 people, right?
Oh gosh, I wish. I have one full-time deputy and 2 part-time deputies. We work together to do our best to make sure that everybody's being taken care of to the best that we can, and that your properties are being handled with all due diligence.
Again, responsible government, we always joke there's 30, 40 people. There's always the minimum amount of people that we can get the job done with, and you guys work very hard down there. You got a great staff. I know you've been happy with your staff since you came on board, getting that team put together and really operating well. Anything else you want to tell us about? What else can we learn about the recorder?
Well, just that you're mentioning, a little bit about our office. We in my office, have done quite a bit of restructuring and looking at different ways where we can cut costs, make things more efficient. So my staff and I have really gone about changing up our process to make sure that we don't have any redundancies that are unnecessary. So yes, we're definitely looking at different ways that we can better serve our government or our people.
Your people, that's awesome. I always noticed when we had talked before, you were going through a project to make sure that, like you say, you taking out some of those redundancies and things like that if they were there. But you said first and foremost, we still have to make sure that we're accurate. It's accurate beyond anything else. And I think you guys have done a wonderful job down there getting that done. Being able to cut out some of the red tape within your organization, because it's you guys that have to go through this and record and make sure it's correct, but still getting it done and accurate. So good job.
Thank you. We're having a great time down there.
You are. Well, stop and see you. If they need to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you? How do the folks get a hold of you?
We are on the first floor of the Government Center. You can also go to the website and go to the Recorder's Office tab, or search for the Recorder's Office. And if you have questions, give us a call. We're always glad to help answer any questions. 218-927-7336.
Nice. She knew her number. That's cool, because I don't know that. That's good. No, we thank you again for coming in, and thank you for bringing this information and these extras to our community that help them and help support them and help to inform them of different things that go on in the recorder's office. Tara, it's always nice to see you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And you're listening to Coffee with the County.